Good morning, YouTube. My name is Justin. I run this channel here on YouTube called Bike and Bird, and welcome to an installation of Ride Reviews, where I tell you all about my favorite rides. On today's episode, one of the notorious Twisted Sisters, Ranch Road 336. Let's get into it. Ranch Road 336 is located in central Texas, about 1.5 hours northwest of San Antonio. The road stretches for 26 miles and the time to complete the road is about 37 minutes. With over 60 turns, 336 in my opinion is the most technical of the three sisters. Heading north out of Leahy, Texas, the route starts off in the valley of the West Frio River. The road starts off fairly calm, but as you reach the base of the hills, that changes quite quickly. The climb up the hills features a handful of 15-mile-an-hour turns with no room for error. If you cut the turn, you're in the side of a hill. If you go wide and are lucky enough to not have a car in the oncoming lane, you've got nothing but a guardrail to protect you from a fall that does not look to be too forgiving. After you make the climb, the view is one of the best in all of the Texas Hill Country. With miles of scenery with no evidence of society, it's easy to see why this route was rated #1 in the state by MotorcycleRoads.com. The route makes a few good elevation changes before finally leveling out as the road comes to an end at Texas Highway 41. Now onto some pros and cons. Pros. Technical riding. 336 has a good mix of high-speed sweepers along with tight, low-speed, often blind corners. This route also features one of the best pull-offs for scenic views. In comparison to the other two sisters, I believe 336 has the best road conditions. This route features some unique scenery, but the other two sisters do as well. On to the cons. Although the road conditions are better than the other sisters, don't expect them to be butter. At the end of the day, this route is just an isolated ranch road that sees little to no maintenance. 336 is also not ideal for newer riders. A good percentage of the corners can be visually deceptive with little room or time to correct any errors. Amenities in the area. On the north end of the road where 336 meets Highway 41, there's nothing. Really, not one thing. But thankfully, Leahy has his bikers covered. If you're doing the Twisted Sisters, it's tradition to visit the Bent Rim Grill, also referred to as the Frio Canyon Motorcycle Stop. Although be warned, the parking lot is quote-unquote paved in very loose gravel and has been the home to the most bike drops that I have ever personally seen. But if the bent rim doesn't suit your fancy, there's also a handful of mom and pop restaurants that all boast at least a 4-star rating on Google. Leahy is also home to a few motels and lodges in case you want to stay in the heart of the best riding in Texas. Some things to note. One of the most unique features of Ranch Road 336 is a good portion of it is what's called open grazing, which means there are few fences to keep ranchers' cattle out of the road, and more importantly, cattle guards. In case you have no idea what a cattle guard is, it's a metal grid placed on a roadway with slots that cattle can't get across. Now thankfully, most of these crossings are very well maintained and you can barely feel them when going over, but approach each one with caution as it's almost impossible to visually depict which ones are good and which ones are going to put a crease in your spine. In conclusion, the Twisted Sisters each have their own personality, so I recommend doing all three if you can. It's definitely doable in a day if you're staying anywhere within 3 hours or so. Ranch Road 336 is my personal favorite of the sisters due to its technicality paired with the scenery. It's a road where cruisers and sport bikes can both enjoy in their own ways. If you have any questions regarding this route, please leave it down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this route review, please do me a favor and hit that like button. If you feel like I deserved it, go ahead and punch that subscribe button as well. As always, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time.